Hi everyone, Jeffrey here from the Wood Studio, and today I'm about to show you the TTS mod for Wildscale Swamps, the upcoming Explorers of the Woodlands expansion, which will hit Kickstarter on February 4th, 2025. On it you'll find everything you need to try out, both the core game and the expansion. You even have the rulebook here that you can browse as you play. And by the way, this is the new version, so version 2.2, which you'll get for free if you back the expansion. And you will also get the printed player aid from the core game too, with the expansion. So before you start the game, you just grab the new start tile, which is this one, which as you can see starts with 3 forest paths that you can start exploring, but also the river. And from then on, each player will draw and then reveal and place one of the new river tiles here. So for instance, first player could place it like this, then the next player will grab another one. Here we go, and just follow through. You will have a different river each time you play, obviously. Let's go, let's do this real quick. Okay, so I could want to go up maybe, and then this way. Once the river is done, just add the boss river tile at the end, and now you're almost ready to play. You just have to follow through with the rest of the setup. Obviously shuffle the events with the new events, and etc. And then you're ready to play. The expansion, just like the core game, comes with 2 game modes, the standard mode and also a campaign mode with new chapters to play. So when you play the standard mode, you have a new objective. Just like for the core game, you will have to try and defeat the boss at the end of the forest, but also the boss that will be located on this tile at the end of the river. So there's a lot of new things with the expansion, but let's start with Athu here, the new character, which will allow you to play with up to 5 players total now. So Athu here comes with a special playboard as usual, 2 special actions. The first one is called Shadow Step, and it allows you to become invisible to the monsters on your tile, just once per turn, but that can be really handy if you just want to scout ahead or if you don't want to fight during your turn. And the second action comes with a special token, and it allows you to use your lantern during your turn. So this is the lantern token, and when you place it on your tile, all the monsters on it get a -1 to their shields, which is a pretty decent penalty. And also later on in the game, if you unlock your unique powers, you can actually flip this token and now use your lantern to all its potential, which will also bring the attack points of the monsters to 1 max. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and real quick look at the card for this hero, Athu here. So the first unique power is you may sacrifice your combat die for your turn and use it as a 5th hero die, so that's 1 more action. And the second unique power is when you spend 1 orb to reroll a combat die, the heroes on your tile can also do it. So that's only once per round, but that can be really handy as well. And one of the new things with the expansion is that all characters actually have 2 power cards now, which was hidden here because of the way TTS works. So this is a 3rd unique power that you can unlock. So first of all, you have to unlock these 2 powers here, and then you will have to unlock, you will be able to unlock the 3rd power. So this one goes phase 2. Like I was saying, when you use your lantern, you can use the other side. And what you can see here on the right side of the card is the same for all characters now. Once you've unlocked all 3 unique powers, then you can draw an amulet card to equip it or discard it. Amulet cards and Swamp Fever cards are 2 new types of cards that you'll find within the expansion. There's several ways to obtain an amulet, so that could be directly here on your hero's card, but also for instance on this new forest tile, the Altar Ruins, which as you can see on the bottom of the tile, you will actually pay with defeated monster markers, because yes, you will actually keep your defeated monster markers with the expansion. And on this tile you could pay 2 to either grab an amulet or to discard a Swamp Fever card. So both the amulets and the Swamp Fever cards will be placed on the right side of your player board, and you may only have 1 of each at a time. The other heroes also get new 3rd unique powers, of course. So Shavi here, all heroes on Shavi's tile now regain 2 health points instead of 1 when she uses Healing Aura. Zilia here, whenever you attack from 1 or more tiles away from your target, gain +2 to your combat dice results. Now for Bethras, all heroes on Bethras's tile, instead of just 1, can now remove 1 status marker when you use Remedy. And finally Clethor here gets the push ability once per round. If Clethor is on the same tile as any other hero, you can move them to an adjacent connected tile. There's also 3 new types of monsters with the expansion. So for instance here the Buzzwing, this one if you lose the combat it'll sting you, so basically you'll have to draw a Swamp Fever card and it will be shuffled back into the monster pile, so he could actually sting several heroes in a row. The Scale Guards here have a shield, so they are resistant to the regular combat die, You can see -1, but they are also weak to magic. So basically all your power dice will have a +1 bonus against them. And finally here, the Marlene will have a +1 HP bonus when they are located on the tile with water. So basically any of all these tiles here would actually grant them a +1 HP. To go with these new monsters, there's also 3 new bosses, which you can see here on screen. When I zoom in, it's weird, but we'll fix that for the TTS mod when it's released. So yeah, 3 new bosses. There's also 2 new Thorns card, 1 hard and 1 regular difficulty. And finally, a new Rage card, so for the advanced rules with these monsters that we just saw. So the first one, for instance, could be Galvanized with the advanced rules. So if there's at least 2 heroes on this monster style, its shield increases by +1. With of course a maximum of 6 shield. Sneaky, this monster deals +1 attack to heroes who have at least 1 status marker. So for instance, if you're poisoned, he will become sneaky if you use the enraged rules. And finally, the Buzzwing could be winged. So if this monster is not defeated after combat, then you would have to move it to the closest forest or swamp river tile with a rune, even if your current tile has a rune already. So it changes the way these monsters behave, just like for the core game with the Rage mode. Let's keep looking at the new cards. So we have a new set of 20 items here. Let's go ahead and grab a few here. So new types of card would, for instance, allow you to increase your inventory slots, so you could store more cards with your character. That's the case of the potion bag, but there's also a backpack, some new types of weapons, some spells, some cards that give you choices, just like for the core game. For instance, the paddle. This one is permanent +1 movement if you're on the boat, but you can also discard it to get a combat die during a combat. Maybe one more here, the dagger, another weapon. Gain 1 combat die for this combat, and then you gain 1 orb. But there's also new events. Let's go ahead and grab a few. Yes. So just like the core game, some of them will give you choices. You find an altar scattered with runes. If you wish, you can make a donation of orbs. And if you do so, you would have to roll a die. Some of them may be better events, like you find the remnants of a campfire, which would allow you to use a regular tile as a campfire until the end of the round. Some of them a bit more straightforward. This one, you get struck by a branch, you lose your balance and you injure yourself, so you'd have to use one of the new markers, which this one is a -1 movement marker. But yeah, I don't want to show you the whole decks of cards just now because, well, you'll be able to find them by yourself on TTS. And hopefully when you get your copy at home, if you decide to back the game on Kickstarter. So thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section or on Kickstarter. I would be happy to go over them. And yeah, until next time.